Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first one. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing? I'm doing okay, just suffering through summer still. It's the middle of September, but we're still hot. I heard it's getting cooler from now on, so fingers crossed. But anyway, today I escaped Osaka. I'm on a mission, one of the Expo Passport Stamp Rally side missions. I'm off to Fukui Prefecture, which is in the kind of north coast of central Japan. This is what we call the Hokuriku area, even though the Expo calls it the Kansai, Kansai Pavilion Zone. But yeah, Fukui is one of the lesser visited prefectures in Kansai, I think. A little bit far away from Osaka and Kyoto, but it's easy enough to get there now. It's just being connected up by the Hokuriku Shinkansen, although that only goes from Tokyo to I think Tsuruga in Fukui Prefecture. So it doesn't actually have a connection to Osaka just yet, but I heard that's coming in the future. So I had a little road trip all the way up to the Fukui Dinosaur Museum. Now you might think, oh, Dinosaur Museum, that's probably just fairly normal. Museums are not that exciting. This is a really good one, so definitely check this out, this video. And I'll show you around inside, show you some food I had, the outside bits as well, and then I'll talk a bit more about it at the end. So I'm just going to hand over to myself. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this channel to anyone who's looking for different places to go in Japan, and also leave a comment or a question. I love to hear those, and I want to help you. So I'm going to hand over to myself. See you soon. Okay, so you're joining us on the busy streets of Fukui Prefecture. See a few little hints on the side of the road as to where we might be going. Well, I have already told you, but anyway, you can see some dinosaur bones in the like hillside. Some nice little dinosaur models too. So yeah, the rumours are true. We are going to Fukui Dinosaur Museum, and just to prove it, there's this massive dinosaur in the front courtyard. Very interesting and beautiful. So it's quite a large building. You can see all of this around here. I don't know what that big dome thing is on the side, but the main building is in front of us with our sign, Fukui Prefectural Dinosaur Museum. And yeah, it was a very hot day. It's kind of busy. I think, was it a public holiday? I can't remember now. This is going back a little while. As you go in, you buy your ticket and you go down this large escalator down to the I think basement floor. So there's several floors of the Dinosaur Museum. There's special exhibits on the right, and on the left there's the museum and the shop as well. We'll get to those a bit later. And there's the first sort of entryway. You can see some of the old fossils of various trees and plants and footprints and whatnot. And a fish skeleton. And the first thing you see is this big dig site. I don't know if this is real bones or not. I think these are real ones. Or like an almost complete dinosaur skeleton, which you can look at from the stairway as well, get a nicer view from there. But the first thing you really get to see is this giant animatronic T-Rex as well, very interesting. It's kind of the centerpiece of the whole museum floor. Very exciting. Otherwise we get to see some of the dinosaur skeletons. Some of them are replicas, some of them are real bones. So you tend to see the ones that are held together by wires. Those are the original ones, but the ones that look a bit more complete and fresh, they are the replicas. So see some Triceratops there. I feel like the American viewers are going to get at me for pronouncing things differently, but I don't know what some of these things are actually. I used to be a big dinosaur kid, but this was a real one. I think this was in a display case. This is a real fossil. So you can see some real bones there. And the fossil of two dinosaurs that were killed fighting with each other. They're still a bit tangled up. So lots of interesting displays there, and of course a very large room as well. This huge kind of underground dome thing was really cool. There's a little LCD display thing. I don't know what to call that. There's a little story of dinosaur life. You can see the raptors closing in on some poor unsuspecting herbivore. So they're going in for the kill. Don't worry though, I think they were okay in the end. They tore off a rather large piece of skin there, never mind. Don't pick it, it's not going to get better. Then some rather large models too. I think this is the, this is Brontosaurus. Have I been saying that about all of them? I don't know. Some little small dinosaurs, I don't know what they're called. and some little animatronic areas. So, excuse me, sir. Do you mind if I bite you? So the raptor's moving in on another unsuspecting herbivore. Yes, I would rather mind you bite. You wouldn't bite me. Yeah, they don't really move that much. It was kind of fun to watch them though. I don't know what this one was doing. I think oh dear, a bit of gas, I think. Okay, very talkative, that one. So you can see some of the moving models, and eventually work your way back round to the skeleton area. And was that even moving? Very slowly moving. But otherwise, yeah, lots of interesting displays, some skulls and whatnot. I don't know what that was. Nice teeth though, very straight. Maybe they've got the Invisalign. I think this was a real one, because this is the actual bones kind of held together by wires and things. The one slightly behind it was, I think that was a model one. It's a bit suspicious if you can find all the bones. That's a little bit unrealistic. Some very long-necked dinosaurs down there. And yeah, it just kind of shows you how big these dinosaurs were. This is a very large space that they can fill up. So that's most of the main display room on the ground floor, or the basement floor. But there are some other displays I'm going to show you next. So for example, the kind of geology area, I think this was on the same floor. You can see how the volcanic eruptions of Japan have helped produce all sorts of different interesting gemstones and minerals. So you can see all those different kinds. It's kind of cool though. I mean, I don't know what that coral looking one was. That was good. You can see your birthstones as well. You can take a look at those, some expensive looking ones. And some dino DNA in there. Let's bring this museum to life in a few decades. And of course, Fukui is famous for its own dinosaurs, the Fukuisaurus and Fukui Raptor, and a few other Fukui dinosaurs. I think the little was that the Fukui Raptor? Oh no, I'm not good at reading quick enough. Some very large ones as well. This was just a leg, but you can see how they might have lived in prehistoric Fukui Prefecture. Hasn't really changed that much, but a little bit more developed. And some other things like some little fossils here, the timeline of the fossil record. So there we go, that's the main area, so that's definitely check that out. The big kind of curved ceiling was really interesting because it kind of diffuses the crowd noise, so it sounds all kind of atmospheric and like natural. Upstairs you get to see some of the mammals and amphibians and whatnot from prehistoric times. A happy little chappy there. Well, that one's not so happy. He's probably look better. It's nice to kind of see the models side by side with the skeletons, so you can kind of get an idea what they may have looked like. Of course, there's underwater animals too, and there's some kind of, I don't know, plesiosaur maybe, a giant old turtle, and I don't know what this huge long-necked one is. I guess that's Loch Ness Monster maybe. Kind of gives you an idea of how big it was. You can get to see some of the scary old fish as well as some of the flying dinosaurs, some kind of pterodactyl, I guess that is, a pterodon. Speaking of which, you get to see the whole family tree on the side of this display thing with some little models, and you get to see the evolution of birds as well, some little bird skeletons there. Spoiler alert, we end up with birds. This kind of falcon, I think, is that a hawk? And then elsewhere you get to see the history of mammals as well. You get to see that nice woolly mammoth, the giant moose, which I think they're still pretty big, and the most dangerous animal of all, man. And man oh man, there's a lot of skulls here showing all of the old generations. So there we go, that's the main museum bit done, so definitely check out that area. I didn't get into the special exhibition, we didn't really have enough time. But elsewhere, back in that main hall, we're on the other side this time, so on the right there is the museum and restaurant. Gift shop's pretty nice, there's a large variety of interesting goods, some collaborations with Beams, which is a nice brand. Kind of just bits and bobs of all shapes and sizes, books, toys, some cute little toys like this one. That one's a little bit angry. Oh dear, some scary looking, more realistic models of various dinosaurs, very colourful. And some little squiddy diddlies from underneath the sea or in the air. So basically sort of pick the one you want. You can get some like dinosaur manju if you want for your office worker friends. I think that's what they were. Finally, we made it to the restaurant. We were starving. There are a couple of other restaurants in this complex, but we chose this big one. So I had some kind of katsukare thing, which was a little bit expensive, but it was all right. We get to see Dr. Dinosaur. He's hanging out in Fukui City as well. And very lucky, they managed to find a T-Rex skeleton on the roof, so you can go up to the roof and take a look at the dig site. I think that's a genuine one. So there we go, interesting building, and definitely check out the Fukui Dinosaur Museum. Thank you for watching. I'll hand back over to myself, and see you soon. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for staying all the way to the end. I really appreciate that. So what did you think? Fukui Prefectural Dinosaur Museum. I think it's a really good one. I've been to several museums in Japan and in England, and sometimes they can be a little bit kind of bare bones and, well, no, that's no pun intended. They can be a bit simple and a little bit boring, but this was really well displayed. That big room, the big giant room, the kind of egg-shaped room was really good. I had to mention this a little bit, but the roof, because the roof's curved and it's a bit of like an egg shape, all the noisy kids screeching and making kid noises, it kind of diffuses all that sound, so it has this kind of weird soundscape going on. It sounds very like you're in a jungle or something, which is how I feel when I'm near small kids anyway. Yeah, it was really good. Lots of good displays. The animatronics were really cool as well, especially that big T-Rex in the middle. So yeah, get your dinosaur excitement. It's not all skeletons, as you can see too. There's a few kind of visual displays. Also the kind of CGI zone, and you get to see all the gemstones and things like that. There's a few interactive things up there too. Yeah, so very nice. I wish I could have seen the special exhibition, but maybe I can go there again one day. It is a little bit hard to get there. We went by car, thanks to my friend Armando, if he's watching. A little group of us went down there. And it takes about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours from Osaka by car. There are buses to Fukui Prefecture too, but they tend to go to to Fukui City. I think to get to the Prefectural Dinosaur Museum from Fukui City, you need to take a special train. I think this is the Echizen train. Sorry, I should research this. But that takes a little while, but not too long. And then there's a shuttle bus from the station as well. So it's a little bit of a trek if you're not going by car, but they're trying to get people through the doors, so I'm sure they'll help you with some shuttle bus services. You can probably get a bus from Fukui Station, now I think about it. Cost is pretty cheap. It's only 1,000 yen for an adult. I think it's 200 yen discount if you're high school or university student, half price if you're a younger student, and under 6 I think is free, and it's cheap for senior citizens as well, so very reasonable museum. Probably takes a lot of money to get there. I might recommend bringing some food. There's not really a place to have a picnic, but there are little outdoor grassy areas, because the restaurant was a little bit expensive and crowded, so just be wary. If you don't really mind, then just take a ticket and go around the shop, and it didn't actually take us that long. Although we were after rush hour, so I think it was kind of late afternoon when we were having dinner or lunch. So that was all right. It took us about, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes to get in, I think. Yeah, so yeah, definitely check that out. I'll probably do another Fukui video one day. I'll take a proper Hokuriku trip and show you the ropes. But there are other things you can do in Fukui. For example, Tojinbo, which is a kind of rocky plateau. It's a bit like the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. These kind of, I don't know what the kind of stone they are, but these kind of hexagonal pillars that come out of the ground due to crystallization and geology. You can go and check that out by the sea. There's also, I forgot the name of it, Eikando, I think, or no, what's it called? The Eiheiji, maybe that's it. That's a famous temple over there. Temple? Is that a shrine? Temple, I think. It's very nice. I want to go there again because it was chucking down with rain last time, and then we had to go back early too. It's famous for seafood. Hokuriku area is on the Sea of Japan, so that's famous for seafood, especially crab if you go in winter. So you can go to Fukui for food. Also, Although I think sauce katsu is the famous dish from Fukui, which I really like. It's a bit like katsudon, but instead of the egg, you get the kind of katsu sauce on top of it, which is quite nice. It's very thin katsu as well. It's almost like Wiener Schnitzel, I think. So yeah, I like Fukui. I want to go back there again. Hokuriku area is quite good actually, and they're really pushing it at the moment now the Shinkansen's running. So yeah, one day you're going to see that again. I did get my stamp as well. I'm doing the Kansai Pavilion extra stamps. So I could get the main Kansai Pavilion Fukui stamp inside the pavilion, but the second one you can get from the museum itself, but only until middle of October, because that's when the expo finishes. So hurry up if you haven't done it already. Okay, I think that's enough for me, so thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this channel to everybody who will listen to you, and leave a comment or a question. I'll help you out. Otherwise, thank you so much and take care. See you next time. Bye bye.